Hey everybody, welcome into Mining Stock Daily. We have a corporate update from one of our sponsors. That's Aurelius Minerals. Aurelius trades on the TSX Venture with AUL and also on the OTC markets with AURQF. I am also a shareholder of the company. It's always a pleasure to welcome in CEO Mark Ashcroft. Hey Mark, how you doing?
I'm very well, Trevor. How are you, man?
I'm doing just fine. I just wanted to do a quick update with you based on we're getting more of these unsampled, unassayed core results in that you have found since acquiring the Aurelius Gold project. Good grades. It's a similar story. Great grades, kind of small widths in there, but still just kind of proving out that there's probably some growth potential here.
Yeah, I think that's certainly what that wants. What we're trying to indicate there. I think at the end of the day, all of this information that we've gleaned from the 1,600 meters at the Aurelius West, the surface project where we're drilling now, and then the underground project, the east, where it's about 1,100 meters, is that we certainly have an idea as to where the mineralization is from what we've been able to see now, and that's really assisting us in developing and continuing on our existing drill programs. I mean, we've drilled, I think, just over 1,200 meters underground at the East project. We're currently on our third hole, which is at about 660 meters from the drill platform, and that started about 170 meters underground. So we're certainly seeing, we're certainly achieving our goal of trying to, deepen our understanding of the mineralization.
No, and just to refresh, how many of those, I call them hidden core. I don't know what that's the best way to put it, but the core you did find that was kind of hidden away until you acquired the project. How many assays are left to be hitting the market here?
I think that's it. I think we've pretty much covered them all off now. We've sort of thrown some of the highlights out there. We certainly, I think the big takeaway has been, two things happened. One, we identified two distinct gold populations. So we identified the coarse gold population, which is the nugget effect that you see in quartz. But then we've also identified this fine gold occurrence, which is hosted in the sediments, and that's where we've mentioned mineralization in rocks that typically have not been viewed as mineral bearing, as being barren. So that has given us twofold. We've really been able to bulk out our intercepts so that we know where that where gold can be, and that has certainly given us the opportunity to refine our own processes, and we've even got improved assay procedures in place. It's more we can do it more quickly, and I expect that we should start to receive our own 2020 drilling assays from the first holes at the east by the end of the month for sure.
Okay. That was leading into one of my next questions. Like, you've got, I think, two cores, two drill cores done, sent to the lab. When we could expect results? Just curious, have you seen the core at all?
Have I seen the core? Oh yeah, it's technology is both a blessing and a curse. They can contact you anywhere at any time, but the flip side is, we can also track down the geologists and literally FaceTime or WhatsApp the core, as they are literally logging it. So yeah, we've seen we've been able to see the core because we log that and we get reports on it, and then that's sampled, so it's split and cut, and then it's put into bags and sent off to the assay labs. So yeah, we've seen the core, and it's reflective of what we've seen in to your point, the hidden core. And there's no technical term for the hidden core. It's
okay.
the freebies.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you can take that with you. I'll let you use that one for now on here, Mark, the hidden core.
Yeah.
Okay. So the business strategy, going back to this business strategy that you have stuck with, the define, refine, re-engineer, walk us through this strategy for Aurelius. We're still early days, but how confident are you in the define strategy here and the overall breadth of the project?
Oh, I think we're pretty upbeat. Not I think I know we're pretty upbeat. I think what we've started to identify, and we've included some of these images in our last couple of press releases. We've certainly seen we found one thing my group does really well, and this is why I work with these guys, is and girls, they're extremely competent. They're very hardworking, and they don't get caught up in preconceived ideas. And we went and scrounged the internet, and we found historical government lidar surveys. So lidar is basically laser radar, where you take a shot down and you can basically get through all the vegetation and see what the topography is like. And I think what's really cool is that we've identified additional ridges that run parallel to the east and west anticlines where we see the saddles. So I think that there's real potential for a very significant mineral system here, and that's further supported by the fact that in some of the assays that where we ran. I mean, we've seen gold mineralization well away from the saddles themselves in almost a halo effect. And again, that certainly shows that there's more mineralization in this area that has been historically understood. So I'm extremely excited. I mean, the goal here has been to extend mineralization at depth, because we're started at the east. We're familiar somewhat with the number of saddles that are there currently. We understand what the strike length is. So we understand that there's some of that. So we know it's open along strike. And so, I mean, our goal right now is to quite literally drill down and demonstrate that, the saddles continue on.
Okay. Watching the movement in the stock. It's been interesting. There's been a few days where it's really jumped up and then kind of came back down. Just kind of curious what your thoughts are. Like, do you think the market is really, you've had these good drill results from the quote unquote hidden core come out. It hasn't necessarily been a catalyst for a big movement higher in the share price. Do you think the market's really waiting for the actual Aurelius drill results to come out before it really starts moving?
You know what? I mean, that's a tough question, and I'm not avoiding it or by any stretch. I think it's always tough to tell and read a market. I think there's just been a general. I think the market in general for the junior miners has been a bit soft. You get a bit of enthusiasm, people come in, and then we've seen there's so many factors affecting the equity prices, not the least of which is gold, and we've seen how gold's been trading. I mean, at the end of the day, our equity price reflects the activities that we're doing on the ground, but it also reflects the underlying commodity, right? So any given day, anything can impact the share price. So I don't know if anybody, people are waiting. I guess let's be blunt. Significant results from any project seem to be having some positive impact on share prices. So hopefully, if we've got good news of our own, now obviously that's something that people have never seen before, let alone assayed or sampled. I mean, even they've never even seen it, so it's all new. So hopefully, maybe that's part of it. But we'll see. I think the market's just a bit blasé in general. I look at the stocks in my portfolio and very much the same.
Okay. Mark, we look forward to catching up with you once again after your next drill results are out from your 2020 drilling campaign. Until then, best of luck to you and the team, and stay safe over there.
Yeah, you know what? Thanks, Trevor. And for all your Canadian listeners, have a great Thanksgiving, and be safe, wash your hands, and everybody be well.